A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. As the countdown to the 2024 presidential election continues, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are gearing up for a showdown that could redefine the political landscape in America. With just 4 days left until Americans cast their votes, early voting trends indicate a high level of engagement, with over 55 million ballots already cast. However, national polls reveal a nail-biting deadlock between the two candidates, setting the stage for what could be one of the closest elections in recent history. According to the latest data compiled by 538, Harris holds a slim lead over Trump, averaging 1.2 points nationwide. This slight advantage, however, masks a tightening race that has seen the gap close significantly in recent weeks. Polls from CNN and SSRS reveal particularly interesting dynamics in two crucial swing states, Michigan and Wisconsin. Here, Harris appears to have carved out a lead, with a 5-point advantage in Michigan and a 6-point lead in Wisconsin. These margins, while just outside the margin of error, suggest that Harris could potentially secure vital electoral votes in these battlegrounds. Yet, the situation in Pennsylvania paints a different picture. Both candidates are locked in a stalemate, each garnering 48% support. With 19 electoral votes up for grabs, Pennsylvania has become a focal point for both campaigns, with multiple visits from Harris and Trump aimed at swaying undecided voters. The state, which flipped to Trump in 2016 and was reclaimed by President Biden in 2020, is once again proving to be a critical battleground. Recent polls from the state have produced mixed results, with some showing Harris ahead, others giving Trump the edge, and many indicating a tie. The close nature of these races is particularly concerning for the Democrats, who have historically benefited from a larger share of the popular vote. An analysis of the Electoral College confirms that neither candidate can reach the coveted 270 votes without winning key swing states. The latest averages from 538 indicate that the candidates are virtually neck and neck in states like Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, and Wisconsin, with margins as slim as 0.3%. This deadlock means that the outcome of the election remains uncertain until the votes are counted. One notable shift in voter sentiment has emerged among black men under 50, where a recent NAACP poll suggests a solidifying support for Harris. After a month of fluctuating numbers, support for Harris among this demographic has jumped from 51% to 59%, while support for Trump has decreased from 27% to 21%. This shift may not reflect a large-scale trend, as black men represent only 6 to 7% of eligible voters, but it does indicate a potential consolidation of support for Harris among a crucial voting bloc. Overall, the NAACP poll reveals that 73% of black voters support Harris, a significant increase from previous months, but still short of the overwhelming support Biden received in 2020. In a surprising twist, the latest HarrisX poll shows Trump with a 2-point lead for the first time since July, indicating a potential shift in voter preferences. This poll suggests that young voters, who previously leaned heavily towards Harris, are now more divided, with women and non-white Americans predominantly supporting Harris, while white males continue to favor Trump. The gender gap remains significant, but does not appear as pronounced as in earlier polls. As voters weigh their options, key issues such as the economy, healthcare, and immigration have emerged as top priorities. A Washington Post poll indicates that concerns about healthcare and democracy are paramount among swing state voters. Trump's previous attempts to overhaul Obamacare have been met with skepticism, especially as he failed to present a viable alternative during the presidential debate. Interestingly, immigration policies are also playing a critical role in shaping Latino voter preferences. While the candidates are focusing on key issues, climate change has taken a backseat in this election cycle. Despite the recent devastating hurricanes, both Harris and Trump have largely avoided discussions on climate policy, with Trump controversially claiming that the planet is cooling. Polls from Emerson College indicate that Trump maintains leads in traditionally red states like Texas and Florida, albeit with margins that are weaker than earlier forecasts. In Florida, women are reportedly backing Trump more than Harris, a concerning trend for the Democrats. As the Senate races heat up, internal GOP memos reveal that Republican candidates are trailing behind Democrats in several key Senate seats, raising alarms within the party. The memo highlights the importance of focusing on independent and Democratic candidates, particularly in states like Texas and Nebraska, which could potentially shift if the Democratic base turns out in numbers. Looking ahead, a YouGov/Economist poll shows Harris with a narrow 3-point lead among registered voters, with a significant 25-point margin among young voters aged 29 and under. However, this demographic also exhibits the highest level of uncertainty regarding their voting commitment, with 16% of young voters indicating they may not participate in the election. In contrast, older age groups show stronger commitment levels, with 94% of voters aged 65 and older stating they will definitely vote. As we approach Election Day, the stakes have never been higher. With the electoral landscape shifting and voter sentiments in flux, the outcome of the 2024 presidential election remains uncertain. Will Harris be able to maintain her lead in the crucial swing states, or will Trump reclaim his footing and secure a path to victory? Only time will tell as Americans prepare to make their voices heard in this pivotal election. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.